Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the captivating journey through the fascinating world of insurance sector. With this video, we are heading towards the second chapter of S01, which is origin, development, and present status of insurance. Origin of insurance. Insurance in India has a long history that dates back to the ancient times. The concept of insurance in its initial form can be traced back to the practice of community based risk sharing in ancient Indian societies. During this period, individuals and communities would pool their resources to support those who faced unexpected calamities or losses, providing the form of mutual protection. There is an evidence that during the Aryan civilization, loss of profits in craft industry was used against by the village cooperative in India. Bottomry bonds were issued by the Mediterranean merchants as early as in the 4th century BC. Bottomry loan was an advance of money on a ship during period of voyage. The loan was repayable with an agreed rate of interest on arrival of ship safely at destination. If the ship was lost during the voyage, the commitment to repay the loan was extinguished. Similarly, respondentia bonds were issued on the security of cargo. Reference to similar practice are also found in Manabdharma Shastra, which is known as the Code of Manu, which contains rules for sea forms contracts which were observed from the traders from Broch to Surat, who sails in an Indian-built ships to Lanka, Egypt and Greece. However, the modern insurance industry in India was introduced during the colonial era. The practice of marine insurance dates back to 916 BC, when Rhodians practiced in their Mediterranean trade involving in transport of goods. The earliest transaction of insurance as practiced today can be traced back to the beginning of 14th century in northern Italy. The practice of marine insurance gradually spread northwards towards the Netherlands and then to London, where in the 16th century it got firmly established in the mercantile transaction of Lombard Street, which was center of commerce. A chamber of assurance was established to register policies and settle disputes in 1575. As insurance transaction disputes became inevitable, this chamber played an important role during the formative period of marine insurance in London and devised a policy form whose wording is the basis of the modern marine policy. In 1607, an act sanctioning policies of assurance issued among the merchants to strengthen the powers of the Chamber of Assurance. The early history of the marine insurance is closely linked up with the Lloyds. The ship owners, sea captains, and merchants used to meet in coffee houses to deal with their various mercantile transactions. Among these coffee houses, one of the coffee houses Lloyds made a memorable in insurance history was started by Edward Lloyd in the year 1680. The monopoly run by London Assurance and Royal Exchange Assurance in marine assurance since 1720 were replaced in 1824, after which many joint stock companies were founded, and these together with Lloyd's underwriters constituted the marine insurance. Lloyd's Act was framed to set up the Corporation of Lloyd's in 1871. Lloyd's underwriters were empowered to transact other classes of insurance, commonly referred to as non-marine businesses. Today, Lloyd's is regarded as a great international insurance center. Lloyd's underwriters operate with giant insurance companies in a spirit of cooperation and healthy competition. The testing station for research purpose was established by Fire Officers Committee in 1935, was converted into Joint Fire Research Organization, which was a unique combination of a commercial interest and government department, which are Fire Officers Committee and Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. During the Industrial Revolution in 19th century, the invention of railway led to the establishment of Railway Passenger Assurance Company in 1948, which covered the accidents sustained during railway travel only, and later introduced the annual personal accident policies on 24-hour basis, which led to the beginning of miscellaneous insurance. Fidelity guarantee was introduced in 1840, earlier than personal accident insurance, which issued to indemnify the employer in respect of losses caused by dishonesty and fraud of their employees. The Employers' Liability Act was introduced in 1880, which made the employer liable to pay compensation to the injured employees at work. Workmen's Compensation Act 1897 established the principle of employer's liability for industrial accidents irrespective of negligence of employee, and Workmen's Compensation Act 1906 was extended to all classes of employment. The Manchester Steam Users Association was formed in 1854 to provide a service of boiler inspection, since there were many boiler explosions in 19th century, causing severe workers injured and heavy property damage. In 1872, the insurance for engines started, followed by the establishment of electrical plant insurance in 1887. The Engineering Officers Association was formed in 1920 to administer tariff for certain classes of engineering insurance. The first motor vehicle entered in the UK from the continent in 1894, and in 1898 the Law Accident Insurance Society Limited started writing motor insurance. In 1930, the Road Traffic Act was passed to imply compulsory insurance of third-party liabilities. In the end of 20th century, burglary insurance came into transaction. Aviation insurance had its begin in 1909, 1910, and first regular civil aviation service was began in 1919. The insurance market in UK is highly developed to meet the international insurance requirements. The market consists of powerful domestic insurance companies, foreign companies, and large underwriters. The market is regulated and controlled by the state through inflexible legislation. With this, the first part of the second chapter of S01 completes. In the next video, I will continue this chapter with development of insurance in India and current status of insurance. I take your leave. Until next time, stay safe and take care.